welcome to another new creature review. Today we're checking out DC Collectibles DC Bombshells Wonder Woman. I've been looking forward to getting this figure for quite some time now. I love all of the design and class that went into creating this figure. Let's take a look at the box real quick. We have this nice big product window and we can see everything that comes with her. We can see the figure itself. DC Bombshells Wonder Woman on that side. On this side we have some artwork by Aunt Lucia. DC Bombshells Wonder Woman #1. On the back we have more figures from her wave, including her. Looking for this one and this one. I also picked up this one, but I am not going to be reviewing this one. This one is going to be an Instagram exclusive photo shoot right here. So don't look for that video. I'm only doing this one. All right, let's get her out of the box. I have been itching to get this box open. All right, here she is out of the box. Let's take a look at what she comes with. She comes with 2 extra sets of hands. Let's get in close here. She comes with 2 extra sets of hands. We have a more closed set of grasping hands and a more open set of grasping hands. So let's take a look at how that looks. We can also see how easy these come out. Okay, those come out pretty nice. They're not too tight. So here are the more open hands right here. And these all have a knock hinge, but this one seems to be pretty tight. I'm not going to try to move that around too much. It doesn't want to bend. In fact, it kind of looks like it already has some stress on there. Out of the box it has stress. How do you like that? Huh. Okay, we won't be using that one. Let's check out this one. This is the more closed hand. And yeah, these are really tight. So you probably want to break these in a little bit before you try anything here. That is unfortunate. I do not want to use these. But you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, her closed fists bend all right, but these ones, they make me feel really, really weary because they will not move. Okay, got that one to move just a little bit. Okay, let's see. So you probably want to heat these up before you force them. Don't do what I did. Just don't force them too much. For the sake of the review, I'm going to go ahead and give them a nice little break in right there. All right, so now they move fine. It's just, oh man, that was scary. All right, stand, please, please. All right, she comes with a pipe wrench. That's very cool. I like the detail on that. It has that kind of cast look and it's greasy and dirty like it ought to be. Does this go in this hand? No, it does not go in this hand. It also comes with this ball and chain attached to a cinder block. I am not entirely sure what the significance of this is other than breaking the chains of oppression. And I don't know if that does come apart. That is kind of cool. All right. So it's not a I thought it was just like a chain link kind of thing and you don't do anything, but it's actually molded in right there. You can see at the seam. They're molded in on both sides. And this is the male joint, and that's the female joint. And they just stick together like that. And We can put a link in each of her hands. And because she's Wonder Woman. And yes, she can. For real. Boom. Oppression. Suffrage. That is really cool. I like that. All right. Take that out. Her hands right there. Let's give her one of these larger open hands, and I will break this one in two. Hopefully not break, but break it in only. There we go. In and out, just like that. So we got the articulation out of the way on the wrist. Those are knock wrists, and they have a swivel. And she can hold the pipe wrench. And that's really cool. I love this style. I love this design. That's really cool. So those are her her accessories. Let's get in on her details. She has that golden do-rag with the red star. The big hair. Man, such good hair. It's made, it feels rubberized. Let's get a look on her face. Her eyes look decent. It does look like they put a little bit of a red wash in there. But this eye kind of looks like she burst a blood vessel at certain angles. You see that? Well, on this eye, it looks kind of like, you know, when your eyes get tired from having some contact lenses in, it's kind of what it looks like on that eye. But otherwise, the paint looks good. Is that a chip on her teeth? Right there. Let's see if we can. I guess it is. That's fine. The paint is nice and sharp. The eyebrows look good. The eye makeup looks good. The blue and the white and the black on her eye paint looks good. Except for that little chip right there, which I think I'm going to go in after and hit that with a little bit of white paint just to clean that up a little bit. But like all the little curly Q right there, that looks good. Let's see. Her bangs look good. Oh, it's already attracting a lot of dust, but that's okay. You know, I mean, that's toys. Plastic attracts dust. That's just what it does. I love this low collar. That looks really nice. I love this style. I love it, love it, love it. Her rolled up sleeves. And her wristbands look good. Look at the detail on those. That looks awesome. Love that. Let's see. Then we have the Wonder Woman logo coming down from the plunging neckline. And her belt. It's nice and clean. There's a little bit of scuffing. Just a tiny bit. It's acceptable. Her lasso of truth is not removable. That is unfortunate. Let's see. The stars are nice and sharp. Gosh, there's just like little tiny details that are just a little messy on this. The stars are sharp, but it looks like it's a little thin around the edges, so it kind of cuts off right there. Let's see. No paint on the legs. Well, there isn't supposed to be. Does seem like there are a few little imperfections right there. just in the plastic. Let's see. Her boots look awesome. I love that. That looks really cool. That doesn't look very those are really tiny. Tiny, tiny boots. So I'm assuming like if this were human anatomy, these toes would be really pinched. That would be the foot, and it'd be sitting on top of the heel right there, but that just doesn't seem like a natural pose. That's one thing I don't like about the Bombshells too much so far, is that when they have heels like this, their feet are really, really tiny. And, well, I mean, that's not a good representation of anatomy. And, I mean, just as a toy goes, that just doesn't make any sense. How it's hard to balance these. Um, I don't know. That's okay if you're okay with the balancing act, or if you have like a little place to plug in the foot peg. That's okay too. But I mean, I like to be able to stand up my toys on their own. I like them to have a nice broad base so they can stand. Like if when I put her down, she's falling down. You know. So that's minus points for this. But as far as style goes, I really like how this goes. Let's check out our articulation. Her head is on a ball joint, and because her hair is off of her neck, she has a very decent range of motion. She can't really look up very well. She can definitely look down, and she has side to side, and she can tip her head left and right. More right than left, so she can get right, but because of her hair, that left is kind of hindered by the hair. Unless you like tip it a little bit, she could be like, "Hey." Let's see her arms. We have a swivel and a hinge that will go out that far. We have a okay, I like this little detail right here. The bicep swivel is on the cuff, so no matter how you move that, that looks the way it's supposed to look. I like that. That's a good detail right there. Boom. See? So when she puts her hand on her hip, turns her arm, the little cut on the cuff is right there instead of on the side. That's cool. I like that. Double jointed elbow. She can get it in that close. That's cool. Good, good, good. And we saw this as a swivel and a very, very tight knock hinge right there. Let's see. She has a ball joint diaphragm rocker in there. She can lean back that far, and she can crunch that far. She has a waist crunch that doesn't go very far. And if you saw my mirror review, this hinge right here in general just kind of makes me a little weary. So she can crunch that far forward and that far back. Her legs are on a center swiveled ball joint, so the ball joint actually moves down when she moves her leg forward to kind of compensate for that lack of clearance in the front. She can kick that far forward and that far back. See, this is another detail that I really like. At the bottom of the pants, or the shorts, that's where the thigh cut is. So she can swivel up there. And I mean, that makes sense right there, to have a cut right there so she can pose without having like an obvious like seam right through her leg. That's good. I like that. Let's see. So her knee is double jointed. can close up like that. There is no boot cut. That seems like a miss on DC Collectibles' part. I think they could have put in a cut right there, and that would have added a lot to her mobility here. The ankles. This is a really tight joint here, but the hinge can go up that far and down that far, and it does have a rocker, so you can technically get a pretty good wide stance there. But like I said, this is a tiny foot. It's a very tiny foot. It's almost laughable, and I don't know. It's so not very well functional. So if you have action stands, you probably want to use that with this figure, or any figure with really tiny feet. Okay, well, there's a size comparison to a Marvel Legends Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. Here's another size comparison. I just did the review on this guy, Power of the Primes Inferno, and Disney exclusive Marvel Select Thanos. All right. So all in all, I love this figure. I love the style that it brings to the table. She looks beautiful. I just love this sculpt, the hair, the clothing, and it mixes Wonder Woman with that era very well. I love this design. I don't like the wrists. I don't like the feet. There are some little paint issues here and there, but keep an eye out for that. If you see this in a store, look for those things. I ordered this from Amazon, so I didn't really get a choice off the shelf, but I'm satisfied. I really like how this figure turned out, and I'm very happy to add it to my collection. That's it for my review. Tell me what you think of this DC bombshell in the comments below. Be sure to look for pictures of her on Instagram as well as my Facebook page. If you like this review, give me a like. If you have not subscribed already, please do so, and hit that notification bell so you can see when I put up more videos on the channel. All right, thanks for watching.